Good afternoon, Alan Vandenberg here. Another episode of EQ for You, episode number 38. Crazy, it's number 38. Today's episode is called Keys to Building a Toxic Work Team. Keys to building a toxic work team. So if you're interested in building a toxic work team, you need to watch this episode because we're going to talk about how to do that. We're operating off the idea of 75% of a person or team success is not their IQ. If you've not done so, I picked up a copy of my book called EQ Killed the Radio Star. It looks just like that. The publisher said the best time to launch a book is during a pandemic. That is not true whatsoever. Inside the book, some people have asked me, what's inside the book? There are 6 EQ skills that you can use and EQ tools, EQ skills that you can use. So pick up a copy of that. Be sure and subscribe to my YouTube channel, EQ for You. And then if you're looking for a keynote speaker, let me know. Love to talk to you about doing that. So today's segment of EQ IQ Music Row, where we discuss artists that are in my record collection, my CD collection. I don't have any tapes anymore. I don't have very many tapes anymore. Audiophile. We look at it from a lens of an EQ IQ perspective. So today's artist is the Talking Heads. Described as a punk new wave kind of band. They played their first show in New York City at CBGB's in 1975, opening for the Ramones and a band called Television. Great band, by the way, if you've never heard of Television. 4 main members of the group of Talking Heads: David Byrne, very well known, Jerry Harrison, Chris Fratz, and Tina Weymouth, who is very popular as a bass player. Only 8 albums did the Talking Heads release from 1977 to 1988. 4 of their 8 albums appear in Rolling Stone's list of 500 greatest albums of all time. And in 1984, I actually went to the Fox Theater in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and saw Stop Making Sense in concert at the movie theater, and it was amazing. So the band found out that they had broken up when one of the band members read an article in the LA Times that David Burns had left the band. It's like, seriously? Following a lot of drama, lawyers, and as David Byrne describes it as bad blood ever since. The band really imploded after that. They did reunite for one night in 2002 when the band was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which was really awesome. Burning Down the House is one of their most popular songs that you probably heard of, but my favorite song goes back to the MTV days when MTV actually did play videos, and it is called Once in a Lifetime. A great song. And then I brought along with me actually a promo copy of the compact disc that has all of the songs that are in the movie Stop Making Sense. So check that out. I'll leave a video link of this show along with the MTV video. So for creativity, innovation, and musical skills, they get a 5 on the EQ IQ skills. On the EQ side, ugly breakup. Named UltimateClassicRock.com named this band, the Talking Heads, as one of the 12 most dysfunctional bands ever. So they get an EQ score of 3. So we go to, it's great. So you got to check out the Talking Heads if you haven't heard of them. They're just amazing. So today's episode, EQ for You, how to build a toxic work team. And that's what we're going to talk about. So building any kind of team, including a toxic one, starts with selection. Who's in the car, who's on the bus, who's on the train, however you want to say that. Selection is really important. So if you're building a toxic work team, you know you need smart people. So make sure you only hire for IQ. Make sure all the individuals you select have the certifications and knowledge that you need. I would not recommend doing any background checks or insights or from people that they used to work with. Don't worry about that. Just hire for IQ. It's better if you don't know about the person at all other than reading their resume and their LinkedIn. So, number 1 in building a toxic work team is hire for only IQ. Number 2 is hire people with over-the-top confidence. Too much confidence could never hurt a team. Is that right? You need overconfident people who always have the answers, are aggressive in expressing their opinions, and they really believe that they're right, and they will tell everybody else that they are wrong. This is just what every toxic team needs. Number 3, communication, building off of overconfidence. It's imperative that you add individuals to this toxic team that valiantly argue for their point of view. You know, those who can put the ideas of others down and show no appreciation for differences whatsoever in other people's thought processes or their different opinions. Team members who constantly show disrespect towards others is a big key to building a toxic work team. Number 4, follow through. Look for individuals that never do what they say they're going to do. We're talking about those people who show up in meetings with top leaders and volunteer for actions and never deliver. This is helpful in killing team chemistry because others on the team have to do the work but never get the credit. And lastly, number 5 on how to build a toxic work team is hire team members that have lots of problems in their lives, both inside and outside of work. A team member's life goals that are built around victim mentality and those who create drama in the workplace, those who continually blame others on a daily basis are really another key component to a toxic work team. So if you as a leader want to build a toxic work team, these 5 steps will help you at least start to meet your goal. Select only for IQ, hire people that are way overconfident, hire people that are talented at disrespectful communication, hire those who do not follow through on their promises, and lastly, hire those who have a victim mentality and have the talent to constantly create drama in the workplace. As an extra bonus for you as a leader, to sustain a toxic work team, once the team is built, be sure as a leader to set unreal expectations from unreal and unclear goals. Then yell at your employees to motivate them. This will absolutely keep a toxic team sustained. I hope you had fun with this. How to build a toxic work team. These are leadership behaviors that will create and sustain a toxic work team. Remember these 5 keys and you will be well on your way. So this is fun. All right, parting thoughts. Find what you do in life and do that to the best of your ability. Don't allow anyone or anything to steal your joy or your happiness. And number 3, live life to the fullest because nothing's guaranteed. So go check out the Talking Heads. Look at this toxic work team, and please, I know people don't intentionally build toxic work teams, but think about these things when you are trying to build a team. These are the things you really don't want. So have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.